Los Angeles is facing one of its most devastating wildfires, the Palisades fire.
The fire in the Pacific Palisades, now the most destructive in the city's history.
This inferno is currently scorching over 22,000 acres, destroying more than 5,300 structures. And the fire is causing an estimated $50 billion in total economic damages. But how do such catastrophic forest fires ignite and spread so rapidly? Every fire starts with a basic scientific process known as the fire triangle: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove any one of these elements, and fire can't exist. Heat. This is the ignition source. In nature, this often comes from lightning strikes. In urban settings, it can come from sparks generated by faulty power lines or machinery. Even a shard of glass magnifying sunlight can generate enough heat to start a fire. Fuel. Anything combustible. Trees, dry leaves, grasses, and even man-made materials like wooden fences can serve as fuel. In drought-stricken areas like Southern California, vegetation becomes incredibly dry and flammable. Oxygen. The air around us contains 21% oxygen, enough to sustain combustion. Wind supplies fresh oxygen, helping fires grow and spread faster. When these three components come together, a chemical reaction called combustion occurs. In the case of the Palisades fire, the exact cause is still under investigation. However, whether sparked by natural forces or human activity, the conditions are perfect for disaster. Fuel refers to any combustible material, including trees, shrubs, grasses, and even homes. The drier the fuel, the more easily it ignites and the faster it burns. Southern California is experiencing record-breaking drought conditions, with rainfall levels 40% below average, creating a tinderbox ready to ignite. In urban areas, the proximity of structures to flammable vegetation increases the risk of wildfires spreading into communities, turning a forest fire into an urban disaster. Weather plays a crucial role in wildfire behavior. High temperatures and low humidity dry out fuels, making them more susceptible to ignition. Wind is a significant factor. It supplies oxygen to the fire and can carry embers over long distances, starting new fires known as spot fires. Strong Santa Ana winds, with gusts reaching up to 90 miles per hour, are currently exacerbating the fire's spread.
You can imagine the winds whipping up and over these canyons and into the valleys below, taking the embers, spreading them, and starting additional spot fires.
These winds can turn a small spark into a rapidly advancing inferno, challenging firefighting efforts and endangering lives and property. The landscape significantly influences a wildfire's movement. Fires tend to move uphill faster than downhill because heat rises, preheating the fuels above and making them more prone to ignition. Canyons and valleys can funnel winds, increasing their speed and intensity, which in turn accelerates the fire's spread. In areas like Los Angeles, with its varied terrain, these factors create unpredictable and rapidly changing fire behaviors. As urban development encroaches into wildland areas, the wildland-urban interface expands, increasing the risk of wildfires impacting communities. In Los Angeles, neighborhoods nestled in or near wildland areas are particularly vulnerable. The Palisades fire is forcing the evacuation of over 153,000 residents, highlighting the dangers of living in these high-risk zones. Implementing defensible space around properties, using fire-resistant building materials, and adhering to fire-safe landscaping practices are essential steps in mitigating wildfire risks in these areas. The aftermath of a wildfire is devastating. Beyond the immediate loss of life and property, fires leave lasting scars on the environment, economy, and community. The Palisades fire is already resulting in massive economic damages and displacing thousands of residents. To aid displaced residents, Airbnb has activated its Open Homes program, offering free temporary housing to evacuees and first responders. This initiative is providing immediate relief to families who have lost their homes and to the brave individuals working tirelessly to combat the fire. Recovery will be a long and arduous process, requiring coordinated efforts in rebuilding infrastructure, restoring ecosystems, and providing support to those affected. Understanding how wildfires start and spread is crucial in preventing future tragedies. By staying informed, preparing our homes and communities, we can reduce the risk and impact of wildfires. Stay safe, stay prepared, and let's work together to protect our communities from the threat of wildfires.